Okay, I'm going to make some crawls for a buddy of mine that fishes tournaments, that he's been placing and winning tournaments with the last couple of years, and he just I think he's 6th or 7th place and drew a check over the weekend with this crawl. So I'm going to make it. I got some MF Super Soft, which is too soft, so I want to add some hardener to it to harden it up. Also, there's guys keep asking me to make videos, so I thought I'd make one real quick. This is nothing. This video ain't gonna be nothing special, but I want to show you. People keep asking me, so I thought I'd make one. I'm gonna add the hardener. If there's any left in here, I just eyeball it. Stiffen this Super Soft up a little bit because the pinchers break off too easy. So you have to stir it, and you got to stir the hardener in. I use this little thing. I broke the little stir thing off, but it still works. You got to stir that hardener up, or it'll leave big clumps in your plastic. I'm going to stir this up, then I'll get back. Okay, I got the plastic stirred up, the hardener in. I want to add the colorant. I can't tell you what color I'm using. This is my own personal recipe, but I'll put 50 drops in. It's more, this color is it's a watermelon candy, my version of watermelon candy, but I can't share this recipe or my buddy will kill me. I'll turn it off and put the rest in. Okay, now I'm going to add some leftover plastic. I made him some baits a while back. I make him a couple different crawls. This is the 207 crawl from Bass Tackle. I think it's Bass Shack now. The guy that his uncle sells them. But then he uses another one that's discontinued that I also use. But he's got plenty of them. But he's got a tournament, 2-day tournament this weekend, and needs these. So I thought I'd be a nice guy and make them. Now I'm going to go ahead and melt this up in the microwave, and I'll get back with you. This will take a few minutes. This is an injection mold. While I'm waiting for the plastic to melt, this is one of my injectors, and what I do is put a little worm oil on the O-ring. And just rub it on there. Keep it rolling good. So I'll get back with you when I'm getting ready. Okay, it's getting close, but still a lot of liquid in there. It's starting to melt. Got a few more minutes. I've had it in there, I think, 5 minutes now. This stuff melted and get shooting. It's getting close, but it's still not. A little bit more. It's a little noisy because I got my ventilator on, my vent. So I don't breathe this plastic in, but it's still not where I want it. Almost. Probably 30 more seconds. Okay, I think it's about ready to go. I gotta add my flake to it. I already got it pre-measured. for the 8 ounces of new plastic I put in it. And I need to add a little salt. Usually about a tablespoon per 4 ounces. I'm not going to use that quite that much. Just use about a tablespoon, a little more than a tablespoon. Right there. That'll lighten the color up, that's what I want. A little dark. Makes it a little stiffer too. About ready, man. I'll put it in the, I want to add some bear juice from Bear's Baits, some craw garlic scent to it. And I'll put it back in the microwave for 30 seconds and start shooting. I usually don't make this much plastic at one time. I usually don't take this long. I usually do 4 to 8 at a time. I got 2 cups. That's why it took a little longer. 30 seconds and we'll get rolling. I do all this by eye. I've been doing it so long. Other people will use a heat gun to check the temperature of it. But I don't use one. But you know, a lot of people recommend it, but I never have and probably never will. The plastic is ready. There's my injector. Don't forget to wear your gloves. Have a ventilator. Have a mask on. I'm only shooting 2 molds. That's all I got of this one. I told Chris Ludwig, if you're going to watch this, he needs to buy a few more of these. I got more of the other craw that I pour in. So I'll put this back in the microwave and I'll turn my vent off. So it only takes a couple minutes for these to set up. And I'll show you what bait I'm going to shoot tonight. He wants about 70 of them. At the end of this, I'll show you some pictures of bass that him and his buddy Neil, that Chris Ludwig and Neil Ramsey caught down at Monroe Lake in Indiana at a tournament Sunday. They caught some nice bass on my baits. Okay, it's been a minute or so. It doesn't take long. These molds were cold. So a lot of times when you're shooting, I'm down in the basement, so a lot of times when the molds are cold, they don't feel on the first shot. The molds got to get warmed up, but they look pretty good to me. You can see them in there. And you just take the scissors, cut it. I said it don't take long for these things to set up. There's one nice bait. Flipper's got great action. They got flap really good. My color's about perfect. Like I said, I got to add that salt to get the color that I want. But that bait right there, man. I got the other bait I'll show you. Here's the other bait that I use. The flippers are fatter than that one. These are more crawl type looking flippers, and these kind of look like maybe a pack of crawl flipper, which really these things got some amazing action. So he's got plenty of those. These both work great. So I want to go ahead and shoot a bunch of them. Just thought I'd show you. And I'll throw some pictures of some bass in that were caught with these. Another one. They're looking good. Go ahead and shoot a couple more. The more mold you got, the better off you are if you're making a bunch. And I'll be making a bunch, but I can really get rolling. But once your plastic starts to set up a little bit, you want to run it back in the microwave for 30 seconds to heat it back up, and always stir it to keep that salt stirred up, because that stuff will settle. Well, 8 down, 60 something to go, 62 to go.